Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another counter side video. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, having fun playing counter side. Alright, so the day 7 quest, a lot of you guys have come to ask me. I think a lot of you guys have gotten this already by now, right? Or maybe some of you guys are still stuck at the sending 3 raid support request because this is something that takes time, take a little bit of RNG. You need to be able to generate raids on your own. So I've done a branch guide on how you want to set up your branches. If you want to try to categorize, configure it towards giving you more rates, you can watch that guide right there. But in this video, hopefully once you reach day 7 and complete all of these quests right here, you will be able to obtain the new CEO coupon SSR. And by far, something that I get asked a lot is, what are the best choices right here? Whether you like it or not, the best choices in this particular list is going to be Gaeun or Kyle Wong by far. Now, obviously, Xiaolin has her own usage, Esterosa has her own usage, etc. Elizabeth as well. Titan is good in Medcom, Soldier. Stronghold is... Okay, Stronghold is really bad. Alright, I wouldn't recommend picking a Stronghold. Why would anyone come here and pick Stronghold unless you already have everything else? But even then, Stronghold, you can farm Stronghold, if I remember correctly, together with Kang So-young from the side story. So I don't think you want to pick Stronghold per se, even if you can always get dupes, it's not too bad. So Gaeun or Kyle Wong? This is something that I get asked a lot. Who should I pick between Gaeun or Kyle Wong? Now hopefully in this video we're going to break down both their pros and cons, whether or not Gaeun or Kyle Wong is going to be better for you right now, etc. So yeah, with that being said, let's jump right into it. Now, first things first, both Gaeun and Kyle Wong, they are both rangers. Alright, so they are competing with each other in the same category somewhat. In terms of usage, I feel like Gaeun maybe takes over in terms of PvP side of things, while Kyle Wong might be slightly better in the PvE side of things. So let's break it down for you guys, right? In terms of Kyle Wong, we're going to jump into their skills and hopefully I can explain to you guys the best way to build them as well. So right now, Kyle Wong, I'm sure you guys are aware, he is very annoying. So why is Kyle Wong very annoying? He has this ability right here on the special skill, alright, where he summons a shield in front. They call this a bulwark, and this shield does two things. It stuns whoever that's within the range that gets hit, it stuns the enemy for 2 seconds, and also it taunts them as well. So they will be taunted to hit the particular shield until the shield, gets destroyed. So this is something that's very good in terms of PvE usage, because you can sort of delay or you can sort of try to absorb damage if your front line die. You might have a defender in front that dies or a striker that dies, so you can use Kyle Wong to delay the deployment cost a little bit until you get back like maybe 2 deployment costs, 3 deployment costs, and then you can deploy the defender or the striker again. As you can see, level 5 of this skill is going to give you an additional small bulwark in front of the big shield. So you basically get 2 shields. You get 1 big shield and 1 small shield in front, which is really insane. Now in terms of the passive skill, this is something that I do see some players do as well. The passive skill is quite unique. It basically, he will do enhanced damage every 4 attack, and this damage basically deals based upon the current HP of the enemies. So I've seen some people suggest to use Kyle Wong whenever you use him in PvE to try and kit him towards the attack speed side of things because of this particular passive skill. He will always deal damage based on the enemy's current HP, which is pretty cool, but in my honest opinion, I like skill haste on him more, because skill haste enables him to use his special skill more often, and his special skill generates shield every couple of seconds. Especially with Kyle Wong, if you have like a 72% skill haste or even higher, he can be very annoying in both PvP and PvE, just constantly summoning shield. If you don't get rid of him, he just turns the tide of battle towards your end, right? Something that you want to keep in mind. So the ultimate skill for Kyle Wong, alright, this is going to be kind of CC heavy as well. Basically, he just sucks everyone in the small area, and it does this sort of like a sucking black hole sort of thing, and AoE damage to everyone in the area. Now if I were to compare all his skills, I would say the best skill that I think he has is his special skill. So I would say that would be your priority. If you want to ideally skill up a Kyle Wong, skill up to the max level first, it has to be the special skill for sure, because it gives you 2 shield. It's just so annoying. The next one, this is going to be dependent on a couple of things. I would say the passive skill is going to be slightly better than the ultimate skill, because the ultimate skill, while it's good, the AoE is not as huge as someone like Gaeun, right? So Gaeun just has a much better AoE on her ultimate skill. Speaking of which, so let's talk about Gaeun's skills as well a little bit. Now, as you can see, right, Gaeun has a couple of interesting things. Her passive skill basically is similar to Kyle Wong. Every third basic attack, she delivers enhanced attack, inflict AoE damage, and also decrease the target's attack speed for 4 seconds. Alright, if you level this up, it will decrease by attack speed by 20%. So similar to Kyle Wong, she has an enhanced attack as well, but Kyle Wong does, what do you call that? Damage by HP per second, while Gaeun does it in a way that it debuffs the target, right? And the special skill for Gaeun is quite annoying. It has this very annoying stun, quite a big area as well. I would say bigger than Kyle Wong's shield, right, in terms of the AoE stun. And of course, if you max this up to level 5, you get 2-second stun. Very, very annoying. If you use Gaeun a lot, you will know why this skill is just crazy. And she also jumps back a little bit when she uses the skill, right? Now on her ultimate skill, you can see fires projectiles that quickly hits multiple enemies several times, inflicting AoE damage. Now, passive decrease ultimate skill cooldown by 2 seconds. Gaeun's ultimate skill is by far the better one if I were to compare between both of them, because Gaeun's one basically has more range throughout. It bounces to target and target, it just bounces around, while Kyle Wong's one just hit in that particular area. So for Kyle Wong's ultimate skill, it's definitely a much smaller area compared to Gaeun's ultimate skill, which definitely has a slightly bigger coverage. So which is why in PvP, you can see Gaeun, she is dominating right now. In terms of building Gaeun, I would say Skill Haze, in my opinion, is the best one for her. I feel like Skill Haze definitely covers way more grounds because her ultimate skill is so good. It just depends on whoever gets the ultimate skill first. If you are fighting a mirror match against another Gaeun, it's like if your Gaeun has the ultimate skill first, most of the time you win because you are able to CC the enemy first. So going Skill Haze is going to be better in my opinion, but if you want to go with attack speed, it's not too bad either. So both Gaeun and Kyle Wong, I feel like Skill Haze definitely going to be the priority in my opinion, and I would say attack speed would be the second one depending on which one you get first, right? Now, one thing that I didn't mention about is the stats as well. So between Gaeun and Kyle Wong, what makes Gaeun way stronger in PvP is she's just harder to kill. Now look at Kyle Wong's stats, right? Kyle Wong has 27,000 HP and Kyle Wong has 187 defense, where she has 37,000 HP. So you can see she has 10,000 more HP than a Kyle Wong, and she also has 400 more defense. Alright, so 535 defense as opposed to Kyle Wong, which is like 100 something, right? So overall, Gaeun definitely, in terms of what she provides in PvP and what Kyle Wong can provide in terms of the skill, I would say the skill wise they are both really similar. But in terms of tankiness, because Gaeun can survive longer in most of the case because of her extra HP and extra defense, which makes her a much more versatile ranger in PvP specifically. Especially when we're talking about rank battle, it's all about CCing, stunning the enemies first. Whoever that can get that out first, ideally tends to win the battle more often than so, right? However, because of how strong she is in PvP, she is banned right now. Alright, I'm sure you guys are aware. I always discuss the bans and buffs on the stream. So you can see Gaeun is ban 3 right now, alongside with a few others. So here's the thing, the ban doesn't apply to you in bronze rank, right? So keep in mind, if you are in bronze rank, you can still use Gaeun at a 3 cost unit. But once you reach silver rank and above, you're gonna start seeing the ban takes effect. So to use Gaeun at 6 costs for ban 3 is really difficult, right? Yes, she's slightly tankier, 10,000 HP, and also she does have slightly more defense than a Kyle Wong, but for 6 costs though, that's not justifiable. Alright, that's just insane. So if you have to choose in the selector between a Gaeun and Kyle Wong, right, ask yourself one thing. Right now in the PvP, are you in silver rank? If you are already in silver rank, chances are you won't be able to utilize Gaeun at all. So I would say pick Kyle Wong first, and then the next selector, if you guys are not aware, you will have one more selector later, somewhere at the end of this month. If you check under the attendance, under the company establishment, you can see one more selector will be given out to you at the day 20. Right now we are at day 12 or 13, right? So day 20 you are getting the exact same one. So you have a chance to get both Kyle Wong and Gaeun, right? So it's just about who to pick first. So yeah, my take overall is from the selector, I would say most of the time you are going to be able to get more value out of your Kyle Wong right now. And also Kyle Wong in PvE he's just going to be a much better unit than Gaeun later on, because there's this thing called the Shadow Hall, Shadow Palace that will be released later on. Kyle Wong is very good right there because of his shield. He's able to taunt the enemies right there to distract them, and also while distracting them, it also generates you more deployment cost as well. So in a lot of PvE stages, you will be able to use Kyle Wong Gaeun easily. These two characters, they are not going to fall off the meta, alright? Which is actually a crazy thing, right? Considering that the game has been out in KR server for like 2.5 years, and both Kyle Wong and Gaeun, which is like a day 1 character, after 2 years, is still in the meta. Like, that's insane. Alright, that's actually insane. Like, if you guys are not aware, let me show you guys on the C server, right? C server has been out for 1 year, and look, Gaeun is still banned this week because of how prominent she is in the meta. Alright, so look at this, she's also banned too right here. Kyle Wong is occasionally banned as well. He's not banned this week, but he's occasionally banned as well. So I'm sure you guys are aware with a lot of these characters, Evelyn, Claudia, these are definitely worth your investment because of how strong they are. So if you're not going to be able to utilize her, my advice is maybe pick her later. Alright, pick Kyle Wong for the time being. The thing is, I doubt this will end anytime soon. So if you guys are not aware with the bans and buffs, this week she is ban 3. So let's say next week, if less players use her, she won't be unbanned immediately. Now how this game works is, if a character is ban 3, alright, if their usage throughout that week is very little, then they will be reduced to ban 2. Then they will be reduced to ban 1, and then it will be free eventually. But it won't be like from ban 3 going to unbanned. It will never happen. So Gaeun might still be banned for a couple of weeks. So think carefully if you want to invest on her. I feel like right now, Kyle Wong is just much better pick for a lot of players if you're looking for a good solid ranger. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you guys think of either one of them. Again, if you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.